The strong performance of ESG funds has been linked to the inclusion of some of tech's biggest high-flying stocks. But what happens when a company such as Facebook, now known as Meta, suddenly plummets in ESG rankings? Christina Partsenevelos delves into the complicated world of ESG rankings for us. Hi, Christina.
Hi. So just in 1 year, Meta, the parent of Facebook, plummeted not one, not even 100, but 691 spots from the just 100 ESG rankings list, and also dropped 36 spots on Glassdoor's Best Place to Work survey. Meta followed a similar pattern with MSCI ESG ratings dropping to a B score, you can see on your screen on the right-hand side, the second to lowest rating on their scale. So the social media platform is accused, we know, of spreading misinformation and damaging the mental health of users, particularly young users, which doesn't bode well for the social and governance rankings. And yet, it's still included in several ESG funds, like Vanguard's ESG US Stock Fund and FlexShares Stocks ESG ETF, to name a few, among others. And even if a company has governance risks or negative societal impacts, it can still climb the ESG ladder.
Meta actually marks transparency and ethical business as their top topic, as a top risk to tackle. But then in terms of overall communication, overall disclosure on it, it's all about the environment and waste and emissions.
Meta's fall from grace within the ESG world highlights the complexity of ESG scoring systems and how one number may not paint the full picture, Tyler.
You know, Christina, what would it take for some of these funds to kick a Meta or another similar company out?
It all has to do with their own methodology. That's the problem. Every fund has a subjective methodology. For example, in 2019, the S&P 500 ESG index actually kicked out Facebook. They said it had to do more so with its governance score and misinformation, which we talked about, and less so about Meta's high environmental score. So you have some funds that include Facebook because maybe they put more value on the environment, versus other funds that may not include Facebook because they're more concerned about workers who work at Meta.
All right, Christina, thanks very much. Christina Partsenevelos.
And after the break, Tesla, the stock higher today, but still down 20% from the highs. Our next guest sees upside and says you should buy this dip. More when Power Lunch returns.